Good morning. It's Monday, and as my daughter told me, only 4.5 weeks left of school. Well, actually, she said 5 weeks. And one of my good friends, Kim, she said, no, it's 4.5. Not like we're counting down or anything, I swear. Actually, it's so funny. I had one of those memories come up on Facebook, and it said, we would love to have you. What did it say? I said something about having to be home, how much I would enjoy being homeschooling my children because I guess they had been homesick. And I said, you know what? Um, I am enjoying the homeschooling. I am enjoying it. But then I am one of those fortunate ones. I don't have little kids. I have children that are self-sufficient. They're all in. One's in the family room, one's in the garage, and one's in her bedroom. They're all doing their homework on their own. Once in a while, they need some help. So I am spoiled, and that's what happens so many times in my life. Like people, like when I went through my divorce, and and just going through day to day, they're like, "Oh, I don't know how you do so much," and I kind of feel guilty a lot of times because is it nature, nurture, or whatever? But still, I have really good kids. I have a really good support system. My parents, my mom, oh my gosh, my mom and dad put up with me. I'm sure they figured by 52, almost 53, I should have had this figured out, but I still don't have anything figured out. So if a lot of times when you look in and if you're a friend of mine or you poke your head in on my Facebook page once in a while, you're like, how does she do it? It's smoke and mirrors because, you don't always know what goes on behind closed doors. So I will tell you, I'm a very happy person. I try to make the best out of most things, but sometimes it just doesn't always work that way. But I have really been making the most out of this quarantine. I've really, really been enjoying it. And one of the things that we have been doing is yesterday we did this. We went over to the beach and just took some really pretty pictures. And look, there's Tim Chavone. Look at that. I didn't even know we had like a Hall of Fame over there and the paintings on the walls. And there's my three beautiful girls. We couldn't get on the beach, but you know what? It was just wonderful nonetheless. We got to see the water. And I mean, it was just really amazing. And I know that we're still social distancing. We're not open yet. Some things are starting. It looks like there's a little light at the end of the tunnel. But you know what? I just hope that you all are embracing this time. My neighbor this morning, I had brought them, I had overserved when I went to Milo's Tomatoes a couple weeks ago, and I bought too many tomatoes and too many ears of corn. I thought my bunny's ears were bigger than his stomach. And so I brought some to my neighbor, and I said, you know what, just one of those, I didn't want him to go bad, and I thought, some nice people on my street. So today she brought me mangoes, and it's just so, these kind of things, it's changing so many. Our neighbors are a lot of nice people. We really haven't even connected, and this has brought us a little closer, so it's kind of neat. So those kind of things I hope that you're taking advantage of. One thing, Audrey, to my mother, she says, this thing is going to be over and I'm not going to have everything done. And I said, that's exactly what we don't want this to be. We don't want it to be. This is a reboot, a reset. So just don't put that pressure on yourself. Don't worry if you didn't get all your closets cleaned out yet. Don't worry about it. Anyway, what I do want to say is there are a lot of things that we cannot ignore, and those are birthdays. So I want to wish a great big giant happy birthday to Jill Sundahl, David Chernoff, who I used to work with a billion years ago, and Tina Berry, who I used to work with many years ago. And it was so funny. I don't know if I should thank Tina for this or not, but I remember I had just first started dating my ex-husband, and she says, well, what do you want out of this relationship? And I said, I think we could be really good together, and I really think that he's the one. She goes, well, you know what? Then you need to start thinking, that's it. He's the one. And it was so funny, like manifesting, and it was just weird. And then we got married, and I'm like, oh, thanks, Tina. I think no. So it's just kind of weird how things happen. Now, here's some people that manifested it correctly. And look at, Alfredo and Tina. It's their wedding anniversary, and look at what a gorgeous couple, and a lot of neat celebrations going on. And a spectacular celebration that I'm so glad that she's my friend, because my birthday's in July. Hint, hint. But actually, the pressure, because my daughter's birthday's coming up at the end of May. But in case you missed it, I want to make sure you saw this. This was on the news on Channel 7, Channel 10. I grabbed it from her Facebook page. But Angelina, our closet expert, she's going to have some more tips for us. Wait till you see what she did for her son.
Birthday to remember for 13-year-old Braxton Miller of Plantation. A caravan of vintage Volkswagens, Braxton's favorite type of car, leading a parade while family and friends follow behind. You hear it there, cars beeping and decorated with balloons and signs as the caravan passed by the home.
Our friend reached out to his friends in the community, and he showed up in full force, and it's amazing. It's amazing. We're so So amazed. I had no idea that we were going to have the turnout that we did. We figured we'd have a couple of cars and just something to do for our son's milestone birthday. And it was fantastic.
Love those cars. Braxton's family says they were blown away by the support, bringing them some much-needed smiles during these times. Happy birthday to...
How awesome is that? I mean, it warms my heart. I just think it's so neat. Look at all these people. Now, someone said, oh, it's nice. They were happy to get out and do their cars and stuff. But you know what? It's just fantastic. So that just makes my heart so happy. So anyway, I hope you had some really neat celebrations this weekend if you had a birthday or something or anything coming up. And also, don't put pressure on yourself that you have to do something that spectacular. Just, you know what? Because it's funny. I posted something on one of my different hats I have on the divorce liaison because I found this picture when I was looking for some other things, and it was a picture of a rock of my daughter. It just found this rock. It was actually one of those ones you have in the front, and she wrote, "I love mommy" on it. And this is many years ago. And every time that picture comes up, I'm like, it just does my heart such good because it's like something so small like that means the world. You know, we look for these, like if you're ever dating or you're married, you're like, oh, my husband doesn't do this, or my wife doesn't do this for me. But every morning, do they make your toast? Or when you get up in the morning, do they say, oh, you look really cute today? Or wow, you know, or just say something, or have a good day, whatever your thing is. I remember when I was little, my mom, if she says, did I really do that? And I don't mean to make it like the Beaver family, although sometimes I feel like, or the Cleaver family, sometimes I feel like that. My mom she would go and before my dad got home, he usually got home at like 5:30 every night. We had dinner on the table, you know, we all ate together, but she'd always go in, brush her hair and put some lipstick on. And it's so funny because she's like, did I do that? I'm like, yeah, you did that. And it was so neat. He's like, and always hear the door, I'm home, you know, and it was just so fabulous. So I just little things. So don't look for, you know, especially during this quarantine, you know, you may not even be able to go out and buy wrapping paper, or Amazon's not delivering in one day like normal, you know. So just take care of each other and have a good time. So anyway, one of the things we did that we were taking care of each other and looking out for other people. There's Jen. Oh, I love Jen. She's so cute. You can't see how cute. Well, I guess you can see how cute she is, but she's even cuter without a mask on. We were over at Eddie Thai. He brought Thai. He ran out in like 40 minutes of all of his stuff, and I ended up getting a red curry, and I got some sweet chili sauce, brought the curry home. My girls are like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. So I guess we'll be making some trips out west. Oh, and thank you so much for saying about my eyes looking pretty with my sweater. This is the best part of having daughters. My youngest went through her closet and she started cleaning stuff out, things that are too big for her. She bought stuff. Now she's wearing things a little more fitted. So I'm doubling my wardrobe. It used to be my friend Faith. She would like clean out her daughter's clothes, and we get all the leftovers. And I'm like, Faith, when are you cleaning out your closet? And she started. Now I'm like, oh, now I'm going after my kids' stuff. Awful. Anyway, I don't know if you saw this weekend. I tried to see it yesterday, but my eyes started hurting. I feel like a complete moron. I can't look. Don't look into the sun. May the 4th be with you. Had to get that in there, right? Anyway, did you guys see this? Somebody said it was a sun bow, but actually it's a sun halo. And so I'm sure Wendy Hancock knew what this was and everything, but it's the ice crystals in the atmosphere. I don't know, whatever. But that's what that was. So don't think it was some weird, like another UFO that they haven't told us about. Oh, crazy. Oh, want to see something else? I know you guys are like, great. What are you pulling out now? So I made bagels. How about that? Look at that. They're bagels. And I mean, I tried to make them like Asiago bagels. I remember years ago, I went out to my friend, Robin's out in LA, and she had these awesome cheese bagels. They were just dripping in grease. It was the best ever. I gained so much weight that week. It was amazing. But anyway, those are bagels. So someone asked me if they're Weight Watcher bagels, because basically what it is flour, baking powder, salt, and then Greek yogurt. And it's so funny because accidentally they brought me Greek yogurt instead of the regular yogurt because they didn't have enough, but it's vanilla flavored. So they're a little sweet. So I'm going to try it with just plain Greek yogurt and see how it is. But they were so easy to make and so yummy. Anyway, so I can post that recipe if you want it. It's kind of funny. So and another cool thing I saw this weekend, This is Broward Health, and sorry, there's a little glare, but it has the number of patients that were discharged yesterday and total number of patients discharged from the hospital, 78. So in the last 24 hours, there have been 6 people, and those are people that had COVID. So I think that's so awesome. So again, looking for that silver lining always, or trying to. So that's what's awesome about it. Not saying don't wear your face mask when you go out. My girls and I went over to the beach. We were social distancing from people on the other side. We had our masks on. We didn't even go anywhere. We needed masks because we were outside and we were staying away from everybody. I promise. A couple of people who haven't figured out how to social distance are Teddy and Thumper. Well, actually, Teddy knows how to. As soon as Thumper gets within 6 feet, she's like, I'm out of here. See you later. I don't know how your animals are doing. Teddy is so happy we're home. He's not so happy about this whole Thumper thing being out all the time because we like to keep the bunny out as much. And I remember my friend Jacqueline, she used to have a rabbit, and she called it an interesting name. I can't say on my podcast here, but because it would poop everywhere. And ever since we've had him fixed, the only place he poops is in my daughter's bathroom. Swear. How weird is that? He'll go in there, otherwise in his cage. But so weird. Unless he's somewhere else and I haven't been able to figure out where it is. Haven't found it, which that could happen. All right, so I just made my horrible May the 4th be with you joke. But guess we all know what tomorrow is. It's Cinco de Mayo. So you have until 8 o'clock tonight if you would like to order from Fresh Point. They have a pop-up market up in Pompano, right on Federal Highway. And look at that. They have that cool Cinco de Mayo where you can get your tomatoes, avocados, limes, jalapenos, peppers, cilantro, all that. I think we're going to order that today as soon as I get off. That's awesome, right? But you also have other stuff. So they're there Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, but you can go there and pick it up, I believe, if you just want to drive up. But otherwise, you can do it's a pop-up. I mean, it's a call ahead, and then they'll just throw it in your car for you, which is awesome. So I have one really fantastic, this woman, I have to say, I've known her, good Lord, I don't even know how old I was. I was 20-something, 24 when I started working at Channel 2. And this woman has done more than anyone I know. I mean, and she lives up in Palm Beach County. She is just always doing for other people. She's got 2 kids. She was a single mom. Then she found a University of Florida football player and married him. You know, that's like perfect for her. And she went to Gainesville as well. And she's just amazing. She's always doing charity for other people. She's always, anytime you need something, she's there for you. She's at more events than I know about, and she's usually in charge, or she is the MC. Her name is Toni Mae. And she was just named, goosebumps, new CEO of the Homeless Coalition of Palm Beach County, which I think is the most amazing. That is exactly where she belongs. She's been on TV before, and she'll always be on TV, and she's just incredible. But now she's the CEO. That's just fantastic, and I'm so excited for her, and I'm so excited for Palm Beach County. So that's awesome. If you have anyone, and she's starting this all from her home. So just amazing. So if you have anybody out there, I know there's so many first responders and so many people, and I think she's going to be even more important right now with everything that's going on. So if you have anybody that you would like to give a shout out to, please let me know. I know Melissa Schiff has been working tirelessly bringing things to the first responders over at the hospital. Hey, good morning, Diane. Hey, Rodney. How everybody? Thank you so much for joining. And Robin and Ann. It's so nice to see so many great people just tuning in, because I really appreciate you tuning in to me, because I just, people ask me, why did you start doing this? I started doing this because I just think there's such a need for people to have a smile and to see some sunshine. I watch the news a little in the morning, just see what's going on, and then hey Mabel, and I watch it in the night and things like that. But you know what? Just for a little bit. But for the most part, I'm not on the news, and because I want to keep the happy feel in the house, and you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of times you could just go, oh, what are we doing? How much longer? And like that. But you know what? If you try to keep that positive attitude, and I know it doesn't happen all the time, but just try. And that's what I want to do. A little shot of sunshine. When you see like Alfredo and Tina, they're having their wedding anniversary. When you see Tony getting a new job, when you see all these wonderful things that people are doing out there, I mean, that's what's amazing. When Milo's going to be there tomorrow, from 10 to 2, selling his tomatoes. He's helping out the Montero community. He had 2 kids with him the other day. And one of the ladies said, well, why aren't they in school? He's like, why aren't you guys in school? He's like, they don't have internet. They don't have computers. You know, we forget about that. Well, I do. I'm living in a society where each one of my kids is on a laptop. I'm telling them, please don't be on your phone and your computer while I'm doing my podcast, because it messes with my upload. You know what I mean? And as opposed to, How many kids out there, they had to go to the school to have the school give them a computer? There's so many things like that. We're lucky. I'm lucky. We're lucky in my house because we have each other. Their dad's really good to us, and that's so much good like that. And I know I always have my parents that if I ever need to talk to somebody, right now I can't see them, but I can talk to them, have that support. So if you're out there and you're thinking, I wish I had that support, or I need somebody to talk to, we're here. I'm here. Message me. I have so many people that I may have gone to school with or not that call me and say, hey, I just need to talk. That's what this community is about. And you know what? That's just reach out if you need help. If I see someone make a post once in a while and it's a little off kilter, I'll message them. You okay? So if you see something like that on your wall or someone else's wall, maybe you were like, hey, it looks like you're a little something's going on. Do that. Reach out, because that's what's so important right now. So anyway, I want you all to go out there and have a fabulous week. It's Monday. It's beautiful outside down here. The weather, it seems like it's a little cooler. It's so nice. So I want you to take care of yourself. Take some time for you. Look out for yourself. Look out for your family. If you haven't seen a neighbor in a while, go knock on their door and step back, wait till they open, or give somebody a call. But be kind to each other. Be nice to yourself, most importantly. Thank you so much for showing up this morning. If you can, go ahead and share it. I appreciate it. And if you have any news that you'd like me to know about, I would love to know so we can put it out there on Facebook to let everybody know. Have a fabulous day, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.